Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about kind of a touchy subject, I guess, and I've done a lot of videos on this subject. I'm going to talk to you all about some trespassers. I actually had one come. It's been several weeks back, so I really haven't brought it because it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was a trespasser. But I've had a couple videos that are doing really well right now over trespassing, and some people are kind of bashing me on the whole trespassing deal. So I'm going to clear some things up on that video and what I was talking about, and just trespassing in general, how it's not okay. But first, I gotta go get Jesse unstuck, and I gotta feed the little Rambo, the little lamb I got back here. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with him, I got a little baby ram that we've been feeding, ball feeding. Let me go do that, and I'll get back with you on the whole trespassing deal. Hey, before I get started on my rant, I've had a lot of people ask me about my shirts. I'll put a link down below if that's something y'all interested in. You can go check out the Keeping It Dutch shirt. Hey, what's up, guys? Y'all seen me feeding the animals. Got Jesse unstuck again. That's the last time I'm going to use that little feeder I got because his head's just getting too big. And I got my old zombie hunter out. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I always get these out to talk about trespassers, and everyone thinks that I'm some psycho lunatic that's out to shoot everybody. That's not it at all. I've never pulled a gun on anybody. It's just how I'm not like that at all. Hold on a second. Let me put this zombie hunter up. Oh, this is funny. People get so triggered anytime I show a pistol or AR-15 on my YouTube channel. It's crazy. Not my normal subscribers that are probably watching this first. You guys understand. I've been dealing with trespassers for a long time, and everyone's like, "Man, where do you live? That you got so many trespassers?" And it's just one of them things. I live out in the country, but we live on a busy road. And whenever we were building a new house, we were getting trespassers like weekly. And there's a bunch I didn't tell you all about because I know you guys are just getting sick and tired of hearing about these trespassers that I call. Anyone that comes on my property unannounced that I do not know, and they come up my driveway that's like 600 feet with plenty of signs that say "Keep out, no trespassing," those are trespassers. I don't care what any of y'all say. To me, those are considered trespassers. And here's the thing. This is why I'm making this video. It's kind of a video response to the other trespassing videos I did that I'm getting quite a bit of hate on. People just don't understand why I have a problem with random men coming up to my house looking for work. But go ahead. First of all, I have 3 daughters. Most of y'all that are watching this probably today or tomorrow know I raised 3 daughters out here on our land. And any random guy, any random person that comes up to my house that I do not know, they're not welcome at the time. If I do not know you and you randomly come up here, my number one purpose in life is to protect my children, and that's exactly what I'll do. I don't care what anyone says out there on the internet. My kids come first. So if I see some random dude walking around my yard, we have a problem. It's not a problem where I'm going to pull my AR-15 out and put it to his face. No, I've never done that. So I don't know if I come across like that or not. I just like showing my rifles and pistols in some of my videos because it makes so many people so mad. We live in America. We can have pistols and rifles if you're a legal citizen that is not a felon. I'm not a felon. I'm a legal citizen. I can have these things, and it's my right to be able to show these things. So this is probably just a little rant video, but here in a minute I'll talk about a trespasser that came on my property right before we moved into the house. So with that being said, I hope I've made myself clear about these trespassers. Some people are saying, hey, Dutch, that's how I started my company, was walking or going to random houses and random business and asking for work. And that's how I got started. You know, more power to you. But people aren't going to come on my property asking for work and start their career. I'm sorry, if I don't know you're coming and I don't know you, that's the main thing. If I do not know you, now obviously if my neighbor comes over, my friends come over, that's a totally different situation. But if a random man, even a woman, comes to my house that I do not know, they're not welcome. That's just how it is. I protect my family at all costs. That's why we have Gabby, the German Shepherd. She, look at her. She is awesome. But yeah, that's why I have such an issue with people coming on my property, because I protect my kids. We live in a state, we live in the United States, that a different world than people did back, probably whenever I grew up, back in the 80s, whenever I was coming up as a young child. It's a different world. You cannot trust random strangers. Heck, half the time people say you can't even trust people you know. I'm not that extreme, but when it comes to just random people showing up, yeah, I am very weary of the situation. And a lot of times they may have good intent. Sometimes it just takes that one time where they don't have good intent and you've just lost your family or something terrible has happened to one of your daughters. And I think a lot of you guys understand that for the most part, but it just blows my mind that there's people that actually watch these trespassing videos and think it's okay for you to come on someone else's property that they're clearly marked, do not come on my property. I mean, that's the thing. If I didn't have my property marked with signs and posters and stuff like that, I can understand people wandering on here and blah blah blah. Even though I don't believe it's right, people still would do it. But it would be the landowner's fault. Not really fault, but they need to take more precaution. They need to put up fences and gates stuff, and I do need to do that, and that is coming for sure. That's probably going to be the next big. Not even big, just the next project we do is put an automatic gate up there. I've been looking at automatic solar panel gate openers and stuff like that, so that's going to be the next purchase for the homestead when it comes to things that we need. I should have done it a long time ago, just haven't got around to it. And you would think with all these trespassers I'd make it a priority. Well, I'm going to make it a priority now. But anyways, like I was saying, I just can't believe that there's actually these people out here that disagree with me saying I don't want random men on my property. I'm raising 3 daughters. No random man is welcome on my property. Hope I made myself very clear on this. People are saying you're just paranoid psycho, Marine. No, I am a Marine, but I'm not paranoid, not psycho. I'm just a realist. I know bad things happen in this world. And I try to minimize the situations where bad things can happen to me and my family. So with that being said, if you're a trespasser and you come to my place, you're not welcome. I've told you guys this before, and it's just nuts. Like I said just a minute ago, it just blows my mind that people agree with some of these trespassers. I can't not believe there's people out there that actually think it's okay to go on other people's property unannounced and not known. But with that being said, I'll quit rambling on about that. I think I got my point across that random men are not allowed on my property because I got daughters that live here. It's just not welcome here. But anyways, let me get to this little quick story about a random guy coming up to my house, right? If you guys aren't familiar with my channel, you may just come across this random video about trespassing because you've seen Gabby and my AR-15 in the thumbnail maybe. We built a new house over the last 8-9 months, and we just continually had random people coming up asking for work. They said, most of them might be actually looking for work, but some of them may not have been. My neighbor that lives right over here, went to school with him, grew up with him. Whenever he's building their house, they got broke into from random people showing up, scouting the place out, looking for work. So, I mean, that's one of the main reasons why whenever he told me that story before we started building, I was really alert then. But anyways, here, right before we got our garage doors on, we lived in the pole barn over there. We were living in it when I was building this house. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I happened to be off that day. And someone knocked on my door. Usually, Gabby did. Usually Gabby's out running around, but she wasn't. But she did start barking as soon as she heard someone pull up. So then I got me alert. I got up. This old man knocked on my door. He posed no threat whatsoever. I legitimately think he was looking for work. He was asking me because he seen that we didn't have garage doors on there. So he didn't know how far along we really were in the whole house building process. And he was an old cabinet maker. And What's up, Gabby? Gabby. She just loves the camera. He was an old cabinet maker from a local town nearby, and he says he kind of just driving around, and he seen that we were building a house and was interested in doing our cabinets. And I told him, I said, man, I appreciate you stopping by, which I really didn't. I was just being nice because he's probably like in his 70s or something. I said, I appreciate you stopping by, but we already got the cabinets. The only thing we were lacking is garage doors pretty much. I couldn't get rid of this guy. He talked to me for like 25 minutes. Nice guy, really nice guy, and I was completely convinced he was just a cabinet guy. He was in his late 70s or early 70s, I think, like 72, and he was retired, but he did cabinets on the side. And I completely understand that. Like I said, he posed no threat to me. That's why I didn't make a video on it, because it wasn't a big deal in that situation. But when I got men coming up here that 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, yeah, we got problems. When you got a little old man coming up here looking for just some retirement work, I get it. I didn't make a big deal about it at all. We just talked for about 20, 25 minutes about life, and he went on his way, and I haven't had a problem since. So with that being said, do I consider him a trespasser? Absolutely. But it was a different situation where I didn't get all worked up, like I said, because he was an older gentleman. And even then, he could have posed a threat. I know, I understand that completely. But I had control of the situation, and he was really just a really nice man. And yeah, with that being said, guys, that's why I wanted to make this little response video to all these people that are okay with random people coming up on your property, especially when it's posted. So that's my response. You guys know how I feel. I haven't posted a trespassing video in quite a while because I know you all are kind of getting burnt out on them. I have plenty of stories, trust me, because during this whole process, there was more than 3 random people that showed up. And get to a point, it was just like, these guys aren't going to believe me. They're not going to believe me that this many people are showing up to my house. So I kind of just quit telling the stories and just was done with it. But all right, guys, if you like this video and it maybe helped you out a little bit to be a little bit more prepared and a little bit more cautious when random people just show up your house, especially when you're raising young children, smash that like button for me if you would. And if you're not subscribed, like I keep saying, I don't know why you're not subscribed. There's a button right there you can push. It'll subscribe you to my channel. And I just thank you guys so much for all the good, positive comments and people who understand about these trespassing videos. That a lot of them I'm making other people aware of situations that could prepare you for a bad situation that you'll be ready for. So you guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Who is that? Who is that, Gabby? Is that Brandy? Is that Brandy?